Okay, I know we can. Okay, so
Right.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a crash course in.
In how to draw. All right.
You
Yes.
should draw more fingers.
Yes, I can do that. I will do that. It's just don't hit my buttons because.
All right. Now, hey Ken, I just want to point out that you can look at on our overlay and you can see the total sort of like ticking up quite aggressively now.
Oh.
We're already up to like $614,000 and 16. So you can see the number is just
Oh my God.
going because people are excited.
Well, it's Ken Spielberg's second worst movie. What does that mean?
I think they're just coming up with like honorifics for you. Ken, more fingers,
So
Stacy.
so I'm so looking forward to I'm up to I can't remember how many thousands of nicknames. I'm just this is my favorite part of Desert Bus
Yeah.
is all the nicknames. Okay, so very quickly, I thought I would go through the materials that you need, which are very simple. Obviously, a surface to draw on, and it can just be a piece of bond paper, or if you want to go large, get Strathmore 2-ply Bristol, which is a lovely heavier stock that takes pencils and pen and ink and erases really well, which is important. So the first thing you have to do is have a pencil with which to draw. And we draw in pencil because you can erase it and remove your mistakes. This is I don't know, I think it's an HB, or it doesn't really matter the hardness. Bear in mind, the softer the pencil, so as you get into 6 and 8B, the darker the line is going to be. Also, the more difficult it will be to erase. The harder, the lighter it is, but then you tend to kind of grind, and then you kind of like dig divots into the paper. So be careful about that. So in order to economize, when my pencil gets too short, I put it into, this is called a pencil chuck, or if you want to be formal, a pencil Charles.
Point of order.
Alex has heard all these so many times.
Careful with that one, it's an antique.
It is. Okay, so pencil, and then once you penciled, you need an eraser. Now, oh, by the way, if you, there's an eraser. If you have a sketchbook, one thing when I was teaching at Camosun, I would say keep a sketchbook. Sketchbook is like a diary. It's like you only show it to people that you love and trust and want to show it to. It is where you make your mistakes. It is where you just blap stuff onto the page with wild abandon. And the thing to remember too is that we all have 10,000 bad drawings in us, and the time to start getting them out is now. I'm up to about 8,746, so I'm still working through them. It's like Pablo Casals at age 92 was asked why he still practiced 3 hours a day. He said, "I think I'm improving." So it's like we never stop learning, we never stop, growing. Okay, pencil, eraser, and then the fun part. And by the way, all the rendering in the world, which is what everybody wants to do. They want to do the fun part, which is rendering in pen and ink or marker and adding the color and so on. Will not save a poorly composed or badly drawn drawing. So do take the time to work through the drawing, get it as good as you can possibly make it, and your reward is that you then get to start using all these cool markers. Now, this is a Faber-Castell Pitt fine liner, which I use to draw straight lines with this remarkable device here, which is called
Remarkable.
a ruler.
What is it?
It's a ruler.
What is it?
So when people say, I can't draw a straight line, I pull this out and I whack, and I don't really whack with it, but I say, if you want to draw straight lines, this is what you use. Okay. So these are the 3 tools I've been waiting for all my life. I'm so old, I remember using a dip pen and using a brush, and you dipped into an inkwell, and you had to get a nice point on it and so on. And it was a lovely tactile kind of experience. But I was always hoping for a flexible magic marker and a brush marker that was loaded with India ink. And finally, about 5 years ago, these wonderful devices came out. So this is the Tombow brush pen, the Tombow, oh, this is also the brush pen. Why is it called that? That's funny. They're both by Fudinske. One is the WSBS and the WSBH. Anyway, so you'll see this when I actually start rendering this, but this one is a bit less flexible and gives you a nicer point. This one is more flexible, and then the brush marker is a real live brush with nylon hairs and it is a cartridge-based system. And all of these are waterproof, which means that you can put watercolor over top of them. So it's fabulous. And then I'll usually use Prismacolor pencils, which is a wax pencil that goes over really nicely, gives you nice textures and things. And sometimes I use a Pigment Micron for straight lines, and then for signing stuff, I just use those two pens, which you will see because I have something for everybody in Alpha Flight before I go.
Oh.
So there you go. Okay. Now I have to do. People sort of assume that when they come up to me and they say, "Can you do me a sketch of Puck?" I'll say, "Sure." And then there's a pause, and I'll go, "Do you have reference?" And they go, "What? Like I thought you would know like every Marvel character and their costume by heart." It's like, no, I don't. I'm sorry. So I don't have to go.
Ask who's already got you in chat, I believe.
Oh. Well, thank you. Just scroll by so that.
Yeah, you can probably also get a reference photo that will be up there for more than like 2 minutes, but.
You know what? I can pull it up on my tiny handheld device here. Just a moment.
While you're doing that, Ken, I'll just remind Chad, if you have any questions for Ken,
Yes.
Our comms volunteer TQ is keeping an eagle eye on chat. Please put it in as question, all caps, colon, and then whatever your question is, so that she will see them, and she's going to pull them and compile a list that if we get a chance, we will ask them for Ken.
Here we go.
Sounds good. Erica, I will watch the stage channel, so I can
There's a thread there, yes.
Perfect.
Okay, now I noticed that there's two versions of the character. One where for some reason his arms and legs are bare, and then another one where he actually got pants.
I feel like obviously I don't want to. I feel like we're the no pants zone. I feel in Alpha Flight.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. So now wait a minute. I'm going to look this up and see what it says about the character. Let's get some info about the character.
Some character notes.
Puck is the code name of two fictional characters appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. The two characters are a father and daughter pair who are both members of Alpha Flight in the Marvel Universe. Interesting. Powers and abilities. No superhuman powers, exceptional training, formal hand-to-hand combat, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, got it.
Awesome.
That was easy. Okay.
Yeah, he gets the stuffing knocked out of him all the time.
Oh, is that like...
It's not like a known thing for the character, but he just usually does. Cause
Usually
he
gets...
Yeah, he's just a guy that decided to dress like that, and he was like, I can punch and flip. Let's do it.
We'll send Puck in first. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
then when he gets thrown out, it's like, okay.
Yeah, and Wolverine really likes him because he's one of the few superheroes that's shorter than Wolverine is.
Right.